Alright, happy lockdown everybody. It's Khash here. I'm gonna do something a bit different for this one. I think I'm gonna put this in a playlist, and it's my vlog kind of thing. I don't know. For many years there's been all this stuff about vlogs and basically online diaries. It's always intrigued me, and I've thought about doing it, but I never got around to doing it. I think I'm gonna do it. But what to talk about? Well, I have an idea. Right, as you know, I've done quite a few ranking videos. We'll be doing more of that anyway, but like I said, it's going to be different. Right, so today, by the way, happy Good Friday, wherever you are in the world. It's Good Friday to me. Yeah, the idea is kind of memories. Maybe I'll work with this a bit more, just memories of things and memories, whatever the hell they are. Right, so way back in the school days, I had this friend, and we hung out, we got drunk, and all kinds of stuff. And then there was a bit of a gap where we rarely saw each other for, I said a bit of a gap. It was about 12 years. Then recently, a few months ago, randomly bumped into him on the bus. I'm talking about Pete. Okay, so this one's kind of for you. We've been talking a lot more recently, more than we have done over the past God knows how many years, and it's great. The level of humor, it hasn't changed. Maybe it's just got a bit more twisted. Who knows? Yeah. So, right, there's three things I'll always remember about Pete. I don't know why I'll always remember, but I just do. Okay. First being is how we met. I was about 15. I think we were both about 15. We were in school, and the way the school worked where we were, it was a big school, and it was an all-boys school. We were separated into what was known as houses, kind of classes, but each house had their year 7 to 11, so big school. And during, I'm trying to remember now. I know it was during the sports, the PE. They'd merge about two or three houses together that year. That class would go in and do the sports. Like one house is one side of the team, the other house the other side of the team, mix and match, whatever. We were in, wow, I remember it, gym 2. No, it weren't. There was 3 gyms. I think there was 3 gyms. No, there's 4 gyms. Where the hell was gym 1? I don't know. Anyway, we were in one of the gyms, not the usual gyms. It was specifically an indoor gym. I say gym, I don't mean gym where you're doing the weights and stuff. It was just an area, an indoor court, as it were. We had to play indoor cricket, right? And I was on the same team as him. I didn't know him at the time, and just it was cricket. I don't like cricket. I don't really know. I don't like much sports. I don't like sports. Let's just put it like that. I like wrestling. That's about it. It's the closest to sports you'll get with me. We were playing indoor cricket. Our team, which had Pete on it, he was in a different house. Right. We were batting. So you go. What was the other side? The people who catch the ball. You got the people who are batting the ball and the people who are throwing and catching the ball. I can't remember, but we were in bat. It was his turn. Now I think it's called a strike when the ball, you don't hit the ball. 3 strikes, you're out. He was on his last strike. Damn phone calls. Right. So yeah, he was in bat. He was on his last strike, and I'm not too sure at what point in time, whether the ball had left the what the hell is it, that job title, the thrower, you throw the ball, whatever the thrower. I'm gonna call him the thrower. I don't know who it was. Someone shouted Beth, right? Now I don't know whether the ball was in the thrower's hands or it was in the air or it was like that far away from the bat. And yeah, someone shouted Beth. And from what I heard, that kind of enraged Pete. And he managed to hit that ball. Can't remember what the point system was, but he hit it. He got the maximum number of points or something like that. And so that's how we met. I think I was before him. So I was sitting on the bench, and when he got sort of struck out, he came down and sat next to me, and I was like, dude. And we started talking. Found out he's a guitarist, damn good guitarist as well. Later on, as we progressed as friends, I realised like how good a guitarist he is. We started jamming together and stuff. I'll never be that good, but yeah. So that's how we met. Another time, the second thing that I always remember is we're in PE again. Phone calls. Right, back again. Yes, so the second memory. It was at some point, don't know whether it was a year after we first met or whatnot. Anyway, we were in PE again, and we were outside this time. We were there was a caged off sort of area with courts in, like tennis courts or something. I don't know what the whole lesson was or what we were supposed to be doing. But at that point in time, it seemed like you could get away with doing nothing. Really, it's really hard to remember, if we weren't into playing the sports, we could just hang around and chat. We weren't forced to play. Whereas in the first year, for example, like in the first year, we were made to play rugby. Okay, this was, well, I must have been 11, 12. Smallest kid, very, very skinny. Well, not too skinny, but average. But I was small, really small. And I was made to play rugby, and everyone was huge. And there was this one guy, I got told to tackle him. So I went for it. I don't know how I got the courage, I was a very shy kid. I went for it, and it turned out to be one of the biggest guys in our class. Went for legs, grabbed his legs, and he was running for the goal sort of area, whatever it was. And he was dragging me across the pitch. Well, yeah, if it's still called a pitch in rugby, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so by the last 2 years, it was like, if you're not into the sport, you can just hang around and chat. You had to be there, but you could just hang around. You didn't have to partake. When we were doing the indoor sessions, one of the gyms, I think, gym 3 and 4, they were together, and in between them, they had an actual gym, with the weights and whatnot. And we used to hang around there, do the odd bit of weights, and just have a laugh. Right, so that was the thing. There was these caged off tennis courts, and me and Pete were talking about alcohol. We were teenagers, alcohol was a big thing. And I don't know why. My mind flits from one thing to the next, completely opposite ends of the spectrum sometimes. And I remembered something, and I had this aftershave, this sample bottle of aftershave about that big. And I had my wallet on me, because everyone had wallets back in them days. I don't have wallets now. I just stick everything in my pocket. So it's a leather wallet. Poured a little bit onto the wallet. I was like, dude, try this. There's me holding out my wallet, expecting him to smell it. Because I thought it smelled good. Nah, he stuck his finger in it, licked it. So that was we call it the perfume incident. It should be that could be a song title or an album name. Spaghetti incident, the perfume incident. sounds a lot better as well. Third one, a bit more, not so comical, but years later, early 2000s, right? I can't remember what was going on, but we used to watch a lot of MTV, VH1, all that sort of stuff. The music channels, Skurs, Kerrang, I think it was mostly them ones. We'd have our guitars there, and just jam. There was this section, well, this section in time, a certain period of time where we were gonna record what we called the Spaff House tapes, right? A play on the Soundhouse tapes, Maiden. We were going through this phase of rewriting Maiden songs, or just songs in general, making them more sexual. So, Wrathchild by Maiden was one of the ones that we actually tried doing. We changed it to Spaffchild. We rearranged the lyrics. Like, what was the lyric? My daddy was a queen. My mum I've never seen. I was never meant to be. You know. And if you know the original lyrics, you'll know the line. Yeah. So it's Spaffchild, and this was the Spaff House tapes sort of incident around that sort of time. There's also a bit where Paul Di'Anno, the original guy who sang Wrathchild, there's kind of like a, not so much a scream, but there's a build up to a scream. I attempted that. So what we had was my amp, my guitar. We had two guitars attached to a amp, which was then attached to a kids karaoke machine, which was then attached to a 4-track recording studio, big 4-track recording studio. It had a record table on top, a turntable on the top. So it's a big thing, and recorded onto cassette. Yeah, this scream, when I tried to do it, it sounded like a cat, sort of meowing, or an angry cat is probably the best way to describe it. But that's not so much the memory. It was, we were chilling out, and we just watching the music channels, and Avril Lavigne had just sort of appeared. On the music scene, there's this new person, Avril Lavigne. He'd never seen him before, I had, and it was the video to Complicated. And the way the room was set up, you had this sort of TV in front of us. There was a single armchair here, and then there was a settee here, and TVs over there. Somehow, right when Avril came on TV, somehow Pete went from sitting on that armchair to about that far away from the TV, cross-legged, just looking up at the TV, and his feet never touched the floor. I swear. In my memory, he just glided like a magic carpet, like a genie, just straight there. He's just sitting there cross-legged, looking up at Avril. So that was Spaff House tapes incident. So we had when we go out to a place called the Dog and Trumpet, we had some great times, very, very drunk times. There is a picture of me when I had what I call the Hetfield, where actually, it was the handlebars, really. Just the handlebars, you could barely see it, but I am wrecked. Someone took this picture, don't know who. I'm wrecked, and Pete's kind of wrecked, I think, because I'm a bit of a lightweight, or I always used to be a bit of a lightweight. So there's this picture of me sort of leaning against Pete, and but yeah, we went to quite a few gigs. There was, we went to see Doro in 2002. It was the Fight tour. We went to Dudley, a place called JB's. We had this hotel. I remember there was toast everywhere in the morning. We broke one of the drawers. I think this was the first time staying in a hotel. And it's just like, oh, look, there's a drawer here. And we pulled off the handle somehow. Um, but we were kind of running up and down the halls and talking to random members of the staff. We ran into Johnny D, who was the drummer for Doro at the time. He was also the drummer for Britney Fox way back in the day. And yeah, just so many good memories. You know, when I thought about doing this vlog thingy, the memories came pouring back. But now I'm doing it, it's just like stage fright. It's gone. You know, everything's just slipped from my mind, apart from the memories that are the three always remember memories. Yeah, I can't remember a lot now. It's all gone. But we had so many jamming sessions and just in general having a laugh and discovering new music, particularly at the time, you know, when all kinds of bands were new to us. That was a great experience. Like I mentioned in my Twilightning kind of ranking video, that he introduced me to Twilightning, and we were loving it. We got into a bit of power metal, so on and so forth. You know, into the classics. We debate about like, I'm not really into this, but you know, that's what happened. We kind of, in general, we had sort of the same taste in music when it comes to genres and subgenres. And that's about it. That's all I can think of. And then recently, you know, we've been talking a lot and just coming up with random ideas and just having a laugh. He later went on to join a band called Warpath, and they went on a tour of Japan and whatnot. So they released an album. They got really high ratings and whatnot. So it was a good time while I just did a normal job. Kind of gutting, you know, but hey, it was good for him. As who knows where the future leads. But anyway, that's my first episode. First episode of my blog type thing. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna do some more memory stuff. Do a few more episodes of this. See where it goes. It's fun to get these ideas down in case I forget, like I've forgotten now, and then I'm gonna press stop on this, guaranteed. It's like, oh yeah, there was that incident. This is always gonna happen. Maybe at some point I don't know how I'll put it, but episode 1 extended version, or the extended bits, the bonus bits, whatever, you know, who knows. I'm Khash Knight. This is my vlog kind of thing, and if you like it, leave a comment, leave a like, maybe subscribe, who knows. It's all good fun. We're in lockdown. The sun is shining through the window, and we can't really do much. It kind of sucks, but see you soon. If I can find the stop.